I guess I got a story. This is not a story that I want to read. This is not a story that would appease any council of the order. I was walking home on a certain day. A walk, one of those walks that just kind of grunt through. Just kind of grunt through the walk and get back home. I got back. I was retaining some information regarding the nature of a spiral of fear. And what should be the natural format, which would be the nature of pi, 3.14 or whatnot. And I'm not going to go back to the whole scientific report. The premise is what happens when that equation is broken off from, when that internal understanding is broken off from. Now, I might guess that this would usually end up a total nightmare. Now, the premise of this scientific report was such that at the bottom of that spiral of fear was a scenario by which a superconducting platform was reached by the electrical current of the spiral of fear. Now, I guess at this point, there are some scenarios which are raised which postulate the possibility of what happens when a frequency reaches that superconducting platform and then externalizes the internal understanding to that of which is subscribed to from that platform. And, regardless, there were theorems like what occurs when nitrogen is released from a tire, returns to the ether. There were theorems that somewhere at a bamboo accentuated holistic wellness center is probably understood. This brings me back. I'm talking 2004. I'm at my apartment and I'm playing the game of Spyro. I just retained a copy of Goblin Attack, and that was on the shelf. I was at my apartment, and it struck me I still needed to draw the atrium for the comic that I was writing. While I was in the midst of this, I get up, I go to the window. This is about midnight. I look out the window, and there, standing there staring right at me, is a person in the most menacing, crazy hobgoblin costume that I had seen. And that's my story. I know it's not a helpful story. It's not a wacky story. It's not a super interesting story. I guess it's a story on this momentous occasion that just kind of rings a bell, at least to me. Thank you, and I appreciate it.